how would you like to earn a extra $150 before the end of 2024? Well, you can do that very easily by opening a bank account with Relay and depositing only $100. Now, all you have to do with this, you do have to have a business. That's the only downside. You have to open an account with this before the end of the year, and you have to be a new Relay user. Now, I found this deal on Doctor of Credit, and I didn't see any expiration date on the website, but they have a screenshot here that shows expires December 31st. You have until January 15th to fund your account. And so what is Relay? Relay is a business checking account. I've never used them before. It doesn't pay a whole lot of interest, 1 to 3% APY. No account fees, overdraft fees, or account minimums. But the thing that's kind of interesting is they allow you to have up to 20 individual checking accounts and 50 virtual or physical Visa cards. And it integrates with QuickBooks, Online, or Xero. Now, this isn't actually a bank. If we scroll down to the bottom, you'll see Relay is a financial technology company. Much like the Wealthfront cash account, it's not a bank. So the FDIC insurance is passed through, which isn't as good as having the money directly in a FDIC insured bank. So there is some risk there, but I'm doing this just to test it out and for the bonus, so I'm not worried about the money being there 2 months and having it disappear. They do qualify, the deposits qualify up to $3 million in FDIC insurance. That's assuming that there's no issue with the third party like we had recently with Yada Bank. Now, I think the thing about Relay that makes it special is it's geared towards business. It's not geared towards paying a high APY and stuff like that. It's from what I understand, Relay is more geared towards focusing on the business aspect and not so much on having the highest APY. So I thought I would try this out because $150, this one's going to be very easy. This one's going to be very easy to do. It's pretty much impossible to fail at this. You just have to deposit. All you have to do is deposit the $100. You don't have to do direct deposits. You don't have to deposit $5,000 and keep it there for 3 months like some of them do. Okay, now the thing I noticed is this says Relay plus Jamie Troll. Okay, who's Jamie Troll? From what I understand, Jamie Troll is a financial writer for various websites, and she's the one that they're partnering with on this apparently. So before this ends, I'm gonna do a walkthrough with you so you can see how it is to sign up with them. One thing I noticed is that when you put in a Gmail address, it says that additional verification will be required. Okay, the next part here is owner info. The next part is the business information, the business type. So you can select sole proprietorship, so industry. Now they're actually asking for a website or LinkedIn page. Then they're also asking about what your business does. Okay, they want to know what countries you operate in. Monthly revenue. How would you describe your business cash flow? I am a new company. It shows here that the debit card will be mailed. This part you have to do a selfie ID and selfie verification. Okay, it asked me to verify my ID. So I took a picture of my face. I had to take a picture of my face and my driver's license. Then they sent me a text message after that I had to verify. And now it wants to verify with the bank account. Now it wants to verify some stuff with Plaid to link a bank account. Okay, let's try Wealthfront. Okay, I'm just going to skip this part here. You can skip this. We're just going to put Jamie Troll. That's how you spell it. Your application is being reviewed. It can take up to 2 to 3 business days, okay? So it's now Tuesday. I applied for Relay yesterday afternoon, and last night around midnight, I received this email saying that I'm approved. Your Relay account is approved. Set up accounts, activate your Relay Visa debit card. Okay, so let's go to the interface. Before we look at the interface, I did learn some things. As you're probably aware, this year, Yada's accounts were locked and customers haven't been able to access funds. Well, Relay actually used the same bank that Yada used back in 2023, Evolve Bank and Trust. So there was an issue with Evolve Bank and Trust, and Relay actually used this bank, but I believe they dodged a bullet and they got rid of this one, I believe sometime in 2023. So if we actually look, this article was updated July 3rd, 2024. There is a data breach at Evolve Bank and Trust, a former partner bank of Relay. And I believe this article was written sometime this was they mentioned this occurred in January 1st, 2023. This is before it all went downhill and all the accounts got locked. And so I tried to find out when they switched. They switched from Evolve Bank and Trust to Thread Bank. If we look down here, you can see that Thread Bank is the FDIC insured bank they use now, not Evolve Bank and Trust. And I tried to find out when they switched because it wasn't very clear. So I went back to Wayback Machine. I went back as far as they could go. For whatever reason, as far back as I could go is only January of this year. When you actually put it in and you look down at the bottom of the page, it still says Thread Bank. So right here, Thread Bank. So it looks like they weren't impacted by the Synapse bankruptcy and the Evolve Bank and Trust issues. Okay, so here's the interface. I deposited the money, but it's not available yet. But this is the interface. So you can do add money from external account 1 to 3 business days, move money, send a payment, auto transfer rules, third-party checks, write and review third-party checks from your Relay account. One thing I noticed is that Relay has quite a few advanced tools like this auto transfer rule. You can set up an auto transfer rule template. So every week, let's say this one, every week on Monday, you can keep a certain amount of money in this account and transfer the excess balance to another account. That's one example. Or you can do every week, every month, and you could do multiple. You could move the money to multiple accounts. Like you could split between a few different accounts. Also, there's a profit first rule. Keep your allocations on track with the percentage-based transfer rule built for profit first. Okay, this one looks very similar to the other one. You can do a percentage, transfer the excess balance to, and you can do a percentage in the various accounts. So you could do business checking, business savings, and you can have multiple business accounts all in one, as far as I know. So you could have multiple businesses and have money go into different accounts. Okay, this is the setup here. Finish setting up your account. Connect your business tools. Share ACH and wire information. Okay, it says here, set up your Relay account. Create account. Here's the options here. Set up your Relay account. Create Relay accounts. Link an external bank. I already did that. Connect your business tools. Share ACH and wire info. Okay, send new payment. Send your first payment 1 to 2 business days. No transaction fee. Also, there's the domestic wire. There's a $5 fee, but if you upgrade to their premium service, I believe this is free. Now, I'm not actually seeing a way to do this. I think because I don't have any money in the account. So first, you have to set up a payee, and then you can send the payment. Okay, now here's what the account looks like, and this is the savings part, and it's only paying 1% APY. So it says balances under 50,000 earn 1%. Okay, here's the interest rate shown here. So 0 to 49,000, 1%. 50 to 249,000, 1.5. If you have over $1 million, it's 3%. Payments cannot be sent from a savings account. So I definitely don't like that. I wish they would unify the accounts so that savings and checking are basically one. Money cannot be deposited into a savings account from an external source. And the savings account cannot hold debit cards. Those are definitely major downsides. Okay, here you have a statement area. If we look at the accounts here, we have the business checking and the business savings. And the business checking, it looks like it doesn't pay any sort of interest. The savings pays anywhere from 1 to 3%. Now, to get the 3% rate, you'd have to have $1 million in there. Now, the debit card has some options. You can set up a spending limit. You can select who has access to the card. And there's also a virtual card, which has a $7,000 daily limit. There's an option here to upload receipts, so that if you need a copy of a receipt, that's kind of a nice thing. I do see this thing for upgrade to Relay Pro quite a bit here. So what does Relay Pro do? Okay, the regular one, $0 a month, free. Up to 20 free checking accounts. So you can have 20 multiple businesses all with one login. Up to 50 virtual or physical Visa debit cards. Make payment by ACH, wire, or check. Invite team members. Automate spending for team members. And you can link with Xero or QuickBooks. Okay, so this one has everything that has, but it has auto import bills from QuickBooks. Set up an automate multi-stage approval workflow, pay bills in batches, and you get free domestic and international wires and free same-day ACH transfers. That's a nice one. $30 a month. Receipt policy. you can set a receipt policy when you require receipts. So I guess if you have employees and you don't trust them to spend the money diligently, then you can require a receipt on card transactions of $75 and above, or you can require a receipt on all credit card transactions, or you can require a receipt on all card transactions, or don't require any receipt. Okay, now here's another thing to have. So I remember I mentioned you can set up multiple businesses. Have multiple businesses. Register each business for its own Relay account, all under your current login. So you could submit multiple businesses and have one login for that. And as far as integrations, you've got Xero, QuickBooks. You can do bill pay with those, or you can also do payroll with Gusto right here. You can connect to payroll, notification preference here. Now here's a nice thing under team. So you can add a team member. You can add a team member, and there's multiple permission levels. There's read-only, administrator, bill payer for bills only, and then there's card holder. Well, there's manager, and there's deposit only. And there's also an advisor, so you can actually add someone else. I'm not sure what, there's a super administrator also for this one. Now, under support, I do see an option for a Relay Visa credit card. As far as I know, the card they give you is a debit card, not a credit card. But if I click on this Relay Visa credit card, it says you can apply for a Relay Visa credit card. $100 statement credit offer, full terms and conditions. This deal has expired already. So the 4 main benefits of the Relay Visa credit card are cash flow management, team spending, spending rewards, and fraud prevention. But I don't see anything about points. Oh, 1.5% cash back on all credit card purchases. There you go. Okay, so customer support Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And their offices are in New York City and Toronto. And if you do speak to, there's a virtual assistant. What else I like about Relay is if you click on cards here, you can easily add new cards for people. If I click create card, I could create a virtual card instantly if, for example, you've got an employee and you want to issue a card, or you can issue a physical card very easily. So you could do a physical card, a shared cards such as office expenses, individual card for a specific team member, and you can set spending limits for that. So you could set a spending limit of, let's say, $200 if you wanted. Allow ATM withdrawals. So this is pretty advanced. So you can disable ATM withdrawals if you don't want it, or enable it. And you can select the name, choose the name you want on the back of the card. So that's pretty neat. You can also do recurring payments. You can do a recurring payment with ACH, wire, check, and there's no transaction fee for the check, which is interesting too. And you can select the account it goes from, the amount, and you can do this one time recurring. And you could select reoccurs every week, every day, every month, every 2 weeks, etc. So there you have it. That's my review of Relay. I hope you liked this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And press that notification bell so you get notified when I put out new content. Have a good one.